Children, let us start the new chapter, surface areas and volumes. Now, what is surface areas and what is volumes? Before that, let us discuss about the plane figures and solid figures. Now, you take plane figures. Plane figures. What are plane figures? In all our studies so far, we have been dealing with figures that can be easily drawn on our notebooks or blackboards. These figures are called plane figures. You know what is rectangle, what is square, what is circle. All these rectangles, squares, circles are plane figures. And these are having perimeters and areas. Plane figures are two-dimensional figures. They are having length and breadth. So, which are the examples of plane figures? You can start from the triangle. Triangle, quadrilateral, all quadrilaterals. It includes common quadrilateral, square, rectangle, rhombus, trapezium, kite, etc. And also circles, all polygons. Are plane figures. Plane figures. And what are solid figures? What happens if we cut out all these plane figures of the same shape and same size from cardboard sheet and stack them up in a vertical pile? So we shall obtain some solid figures. Briefly, you can call them as solids such as cuboids, cylinder, etc. If the plane figures are cut out from the cardboard and if they kept one on the other, then you will get the shape of cuboid, cylinder, etc. In your earlier classes, you have also learned to find the surface areas and volumes of cuboids, cubes, cylinders, etc. Now, let us continue the same for the cones and spheres. Look at a bundle of many sheets of paper. How does it look? It looks like a cuboid. And observe how much of brown paper would you need to cover this cuboid. So, here first we need to cover the base, that is, you take a rectangular piece to cover the bottom of the bundle. If you want to cover that cuboid, here take the first sheet to cover the bottom of the bundle and then take two long rectangular pieces to cover the two side ends. If you want to cover the cuboid, first you take the rectangular sheet to cover the bottom and then you take two rectangular pieces to cover the two side ends and cover the front portion. Cover the front portion and back portion. Here again we need two more rectangular pieces of different size. Here this rectangular piece is different from the size of this rectangular piece. So to cover back and front you need the rectangular sheet of different size. Now open it, you will get this shape. And finally, to cover the top of the bundle, again there is a need of another rectangular piece exactly like the first one which I have taken at the bottom. So here we have used 6 rectangular pieces to cover the complete outer surface of the cuboid. Here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rectangular pieces to cover the complete outer surface of the cuboid. So you can conclude that cuboid is a solid having 6 rectangular surfaces. So this shows that the outer surface of a cuboid is made up of 6 rectangular faces, and the rectangle regions of this cuboid are called the faces of the cuboids. And also you know that the areas can be found by multiplying the length and breadth of each of the surface separately, and by adding all these areas you will get the area of the 6 surfaces, and that becomes the total surface area of the cuboid. Here each one is having, if you consider the length, so you take, now let us consider this is the first piece, second, third and fourth, and this is fifth, sixth, and let us consider all these are L, L, L and L, and also here let us take these two are bases, and also these are bases. Next again you have H, H, these four are H. Now let us find the area of all. The area of first area. So you take here, that is L into H, and second area, the second area also this is H, means that is also, here you take, that is the base here, because this is base means this is also base. Then you take the second area. Second area is L into B. Then third area is again L into H. Third area L into H. Then fourth area is L into B. L into B. Next fifth area is B into H, and sixth area that is also B into H. So by adding all this here, LH, LH, LB, LB, BH, BH. So you will get 2 LH, 2 BL and 2 BH. So let us take in order. That is, total surface area of the cuboid becomes 2 LB. So let us take this first. 2 LB plus 2 BH into next one, plus you take plus 2 LH, 2 into HL or 2 into LH, that is 2 into L into B, 2 into B into H, then 2 into L into H, and you can remove 2 as a common. You remove that outside, that becomes 2 into L into B plus B into H plus H into L, that is TSA of cuboid. TSA of cuboid equals what? 2 into L into B plus B into H plus H into L. Then what is its Lateral surface area. Lateral surface area means here there is this upper base and lower base area of the base will not be there. So that is L into B. L into B will not be there. That is lateral surface area of cuboid becomes, you leave this, that becomes 2 into BH into HL. So you can take 2 into H, you can remove common, then it becomes 2 into H into B plus L or L plus B, that is the LSA. Now let us come to the cube. You know that in cuboid the length, breadth and height are not equal. If length, breadth and height becomes equals, then it becomes cube. Here you know that, consider this is the length and this is the breadth and this is the height. Here L is equals to A and H is also equals to A and B is also equals to A. So the length, breadth and height of the cuboids are equal means then it becomes cube. In cube, each edge is of equal length. If you consider that is A. If you consider each edge of the cube is A, then what this total surface area of the cube becomes? You know that the shape of the surface of the cube is square. Then you know the formula to find the area of each square. If each edge is A, then its surface area is A square. And how many surfaces are there? There are 6 faces. Cube is also having 6 faces, and then the total surface area of the cube is nothing but 6A square. And what is its lateral surface area? So you leave the bottom and the upper base, then it becomes 4A square. Sum of the area of the 4 square surfaces, that becomes 4A square. So you can say that total surface area of the cube is 6A square and lateral surface area of the cube is 4A square. So you write. Then for cube let us write LSA, that is lateral surface area equals 4A square and total surface area equals 6A square. Now let us compare the plane figures and solid figures. So write the differences between the plane figures and solid figures. So write plane figures and also write solid figures or solids, you write plane figures and solids or solid figures, you write. And you know that plane figures are two-dimensional figures. Plane figures are two-dimensional figures. Solid figures are three-dimensional figures. Solid figures are three-dimensional figures. So you write the first difference. First one you write plane figures are two-dimensional figures having length and breadth only. Then second one, solid figures are three-dimensional figures having length, breadth, and the third dimension they are having heights. And next let us take the second one. Plane figures are having only area. Plane figures are having only area but not volumes. And you take the second difference. Solid figures are having both areas and volume. Both area and volumes. So example you take. Examples: polygon, circles, etc. Or you can write triangle, quadrilateral, polygons. Polygon means these two are also polygons. Triangles and quadrilateral also polygons. All polygons. And circle. Here for solid figures you write examples: cube, cuboid, and you write pyramid, prism, cone, cylinder, and also sphere, hemisphere, etc. There are many examples. You can give the example for the solids. Now let us define what is cuboid. So what is cuboid? Cuboid is a figure which is surrounded by 6 rectangular surfaces. So write a figure surrounded by 6 rectangular surfaces. 6 rectangular surfaces is called cuboid. Let us have the figure of the cuboid. So you take, this is a cuboid. It is a figure of cuboid, and the opposite surfaces of a cuboid are equal and parallel. And also you know that a cuboid is having 12 edges. So which are the edges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are the edges of the cuboid. How many edges are there? So you write cuboid is having 12 edges. And how many vertices it is having? If you consider, it is A, B, C, D, and E, F, G, H. Count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can conclude that cuboid is having 8 vertices. So right, cuboid is having 8 vertices. And how many surfaces it is having? It is having 6 surfaces. Cuboid is having 6 surfaces. The opposite surfaces of cuboid are equal and parallel. Opposite surfaces of cuboid are equal and parallel. Equal and parallel. See, if you take this and this, these are the opposite surfaces, they are equal and parallel. And this and this, above and below, they are equal and parallel. And this, they are the equal and parallel. So opposite surfaces of the cuboid are equal and parallel. And also, the lateral surface area of the cuboid, that is already discussed. LSA of cuboid equals what? 2 into L plus B into H, or you can write 2 into H into L plus B. Then what is the TSA of the cuboid? TSA of cuboid equals, that 2 into L into B plus B into H plus H into L. That is the TSA of the cuboid. Then also the volume of the cuboid. Then what is the volume of cuboid? Volume of cuboid equals length into breadth into height. That is L into B into H. LBH. You can write LBH or L into B into H. That is about the cuboid. Now let us discuss about the other solid, cube. So then what is cube? A cuboid whose length, breadth and height are same as called a cube. Cube has 6 surfaces, 12 edges, 8 corners or 8 vertices and 4 diagonals. So you write that this is the figure of cube, and this cube is having, count here how many edges are there for the cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are the 12 edges. Again it is having 8 vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the 8 vertices, and you know that it is having 6 surfaces. So you write what is cube. And you write a cuboid whose length, breadth and height are same. Whose length, breadth and height are same is called a cube. And you write that a cube has 6 surfaces. A cube has 6 surfaces, 12 edges, 8 vertices. 8 vertices. And also you know that in a cube all the 4 surfaces are of square shape and they are congruent squares. In a cube all the surfaces are of congruent squares. Congruent squares. Again you write the formula for the LSA, TSA and volume of the cube. LSA of cube equals, that is the lateral surface area of the cube equals 4a square, and TSA of cube equals 6a square, and volume of cube equals you know that L into B into H, then all are equals to A, so it becomes a cube. So therefore you can write, that is volume of a cube is equals to, directly you can write it is a cube. If A is the edge of the cube, then the volume of cube equals a cube. That is about the cube.